I think we all saw this coming.
We've got to cut through the noise.
And if you didn't see this coming, shame on you. Shame on you. I knew that this election was going to be drawn out. Nobody was going to trust anything that came out, because no matter what comes out, no matter what the data reveals, no matter what the votes say, there's somebody who's getting the short end of the stick, if you will. So this is going to be drawn out. Now we're hearing talk of not knowing who the next president of the United States is going to be for several days. And that's where we're at. A lot of states are heading towards recount territory, meaning whoever is the proclaimed loser of that state is going to validly request a recount if the votes are within a certain amount of margin. But yeah, I thought we could just take a look and see where we're headed. Let's do this. This is going to be fun. Before we do this, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit all notifications so that you don't miss next time that I upload. It might be a couple months from now. Yes, I know. You don't have to say it. But you will be notified. Let's do this. Election 2020. First, we're going to look at the data from the Epoch Times. They have Joe Biden with 237 electoral votes right now. 214 for Trump. You need 270 to win. Okay. These are states that Trump is winning. He's leading right now, but not all the votes have been counted, or the race has not been called in these states. So Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, all three of these states, Trump is the current front runner. And in Arizona and Nevada, Joe Biden has taken the lead right now, but it hasn't been called yet. I know other sites are saying that Arizona has been called already, but I did read that the governor and other government officials have been objecting that. So not really sure what's going on in Arizona, my home state, by the way. But that's where we are right now. And just to show you, the Guardian has 248 electoral votes for Joe Biden right now, at this moment. Now, they have called the race in Arizona on this site. Gosh, this is close. This is really close. If you care about the Senate and the House, those are the results right now. 48 and 46, 191, 180. But we're here to talk about the election for president. Now, Politico has this really cool tool that you can use to see different ways that different people can win. So in those states that are still up for grabs, you can actually see, well, what would happen if Biden won Georgia and Michigan and North Carolina and what have you. And I went through it and I tried to guess tried to do my best to guess based on what the data is reflecting. Do my best to guess who's going to be president, because right now we don't know. We might not know for several days. Okay. So as you can see, Arizona, Biden won. That's what some sites are reflecting. Some places are saying Arizona's still up for grabs. So for argument's sake, we'll just say, okay, fine. Give Arizona to Biden. We'll give Georgia to Trump, because if we take a look at this, 95% of votes have been counted. And Trump has the lead right now in that state. I know it's a pretty close lead, but still. He also has a more significant lead in North Carolina. 94% of votes counted there. 86% in Pennsylvania, but he has a very substantial lead there. So we are going to give these 3 states to Donald Trump: Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Now, for Michigan, let's go off this one. For Michigan, 99% of votes have been counted. And Biden has a marginal lead there. Now let's see what this says, because there's been different data reflecting here. 99% in, but the race hasn't been called yet there. But we'll go ahead and give that one to Biden, because that's most likely what's going to happen. Which leaves us with Nevada. Okay? Nevada is interesting, because check this out. Only 75% of the votes have been counted. And I mean, it's within what, 8,000? I mean, when you're talking about millions of votes, 8,000 is about as close as you can get. So, it's up for grabs right now. I mean, the 75%, that's only 3/4 of the votes have been counted. So it comes down to Nevada. Simple as that. If Biden wins Nevada, he gets the 270 electoral college votes, and he will be the winner. If Trump wins Nevada, then he will be the winner. It's very close. It's excruciatingly close. But that's where we are right now. Now let's talk about this for a second. Let's see. Yeah. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a record number of Americans are expected to vote by mail this year. And I appreciate this. And we'll read on in a second, but I appreciate the Epoch Times differentiating between an absentee ballot and mail-in voting, because the two are very different. Check this out. There's a difference between absentee voting and universal mail-in voting, because the absentee ballot is a lot more secure. Say for someone who is living outside of the United States right now, not saying any names, but you request an absentee ballot. And you do this several months in advance of the election, because that's what responsible adults do. And then you get back an official ballot that you requested. And you mark down your vote, and you seal it back in the official envelope that was sent to you. And you send it in. And then your vote gets counted. In the universal mail-in voting, what happens is everybody gets sent an absentee ballot, even if you didn't request one. Or not necessarily an absentee, but even if you didn't request to vote by mail, you get sent a ballot to vote in the mail. There have been reports of I'm sorry, I'm reading breaking news right now. There have been reports of people who have deceased getting ballots in the mail, people who have died. There have been reports of people who no longer live at that address have gotten ballots in the mail. I mean, this is a problem. No matter which way you lean, you cannot ignore the fact that that is a major problem. And believe me, if I was in the States, I would have just gone in person. It seems a lot more easier, a lot more secure, a lot more less susceptible to fraud if you just go in person and mark your vote down. It's not that hard. But, I respect that you got to get an edge wherever you can get an edge. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Too close to call. But keep your eye on Nevada, because it all comes down to good old Nevada. Okay. Hey there. If you're wondering why I'm smiling, it's because I'm coming to you from the land of the past where America was still free. Just kidding. Kind of. Not really. If you enjoyed this content, you can subscribe right there. You can also watch anything that's may or may not be flying over my head at this very moment.